Hey guys, Burton's back. We're playing as Robb, formerly King of the North, now Lord Paramount. So let's jump back in. I've returned home to consolidate my forces. I've lost the war and I've lost my sight. To be blind is not miserable. Not to be able to bear blindness, that is miserable. We must make friends to survive and then claim the revenge I seek. We will not join this war until we are strong and my heir is born. So, sorry here, we are not going to be joining you, Renly. We're going to consolidate our forces back up in Winterfell and back in the north. My Master of Whisperers has actually come to me for some very good news. Wyman Mandalay has told me that one of my newly anointed vassals in Turnbridge, Lord Olva Frey, has gone ahead and married someone. Cersei of Westerlands. So I actually had a think about what we can do here. And you know what? I think being married to a Frey is going to be bad enough for her. That's punishment enough. I did debate kidnapping her or assassinating. But that's not how I want to get my revenge. Her revenge will be to live in Turnbridge, married to a Frey, knowing that I am his lord's heir. So the question is now, what do we do? Well, first things first, I need to make sure that my bloodline is protected. Yes, I've got Brandon and Rickon. There's John up at the wall as well. But my wife, Mira Reed, is actually with child. So I plan to see my son or my daughter born. In the meantime, Ryman's up to something no good. Let's see what he's actually trying to do. So he's trying to investigate someone's legitimacy. Pair of Frey. There's a couple of little plots going on here. I'm not going to concern myself with this. Lord Wyman, he can take care of that. In the meantime, with our claims, nothing fantastic here. We can go ahead and try and get ice back. I will get that back one day, but not right now. The Lancers will hold on to that for a little bit longer. So we've had in command happen to us, which is obviously what's going to happen now. Which I find quite funny, seeing as I can't see a bloody thing. Now, unfortunately for us, there are only a certain number of things that we can do right now, as we are rebuilding. We're quite healthy, monetary wise. Master of Coin, Roderick, has been doing a fairly good job. So I'm fairly happy with him and what he's up to. What we need to do is start making friends. Last time I sent my envoy over to Dawn. And as you can see right now, they're there trying to increase the opinion, as you can see here. Ariane of Dawn, we've sent her a gift. And we're doing this because it shouldn't be too much longer until she inherits Dawn. And it'll be nice to have a friend down there. Renly, as you can see, is already quite friendly towards us, and that's purely because of we've got the same enemy. We both hate Joffrey, as does everyone. One of our problems is going to be this. As you can see right now, Mace of the Reach is actually defending against Lord Renly. Doesn't bode too well for us going forward. We've still got plenty of time though to try and get this friendship back on track, so when we do go to war, we do have some powerful allies. So my wife has taken up a passion for romantic poetry. She keeps reading any sort of romantic poem she can get hold of. Oh, let's get her some more to read then. 20 gold. These poets better know what they're writing. So here we go. We've had a son. So our bloodline is now secure, should we say. So in regards to a name for our son, I'm going to go ahead and pick the name of Lan. So it's going to be a question of building now. So what's going to be worthwhile building? I'm not going to bother with any basic defences or anything like that in Winterfell. Winterfell is a fortress essentially. In fact, all of these might be a waste of money. Let's not do anything here. So, Master Wyman has discovered a plot where Sir Kurth of Sea-Watch seeks to buy Lord Lennox's loyalty. Okay, you're already dealing with that. Good job. Let's have a look at my son then. Lord Lan. Oh, unfortunately he hasn't been born with any traits. He will gain these as time goes on. He's only a newborn. So how does this war go? Another plot. Lord Bolton has announced my mission to Sunspear has so far been a success. During my visit to Dawn, I've managed to make him understand what a benevolent and peaceful ruler you really are, and he sends his gratitude. Excellent news. So, our opinion is going to change in a moment. Much knowledge has been lost in the glory days of the Valyrian Empire, but some of their engineering knowledge has been preserved in dusty old tombs for posterity. You have spent several days studying a few of these, and your learning has improved. That's great. There we go, so we've fulfilled our ambition here. As you can see right now, the Martells are now really friendly towards us, both him and his heir. Let's pick another ambition. Now that I'm blind, I'm very limited with what I can do, but I believe I can still do this. Let's have a daughter. Bolton has done his work in Sunspear. We're going to send him up to the Arran lands now. And for those of you wondering if I've forgotten about a certain little traitor, no, I've not. Where is he hiding? There he is, hiding in Pike. He's going to be on our watch list as well. Travellers bringing rumours of fire and blood. They say that dragons live once more, and that pure-born Daenerys Stormborn rise them into battle. I'm not sure about this. Daenerys is not married. A betrothal, perhaps? No. Well, it looks like the war so far with Renly and Joffrey is still continuing. So far it's fairly even, 46% in favour of King Joffrey. It won't be long now before we're back up to full strength. As I say that, I notice we're only on less than quarter strength. Some battles going on in my own land here. So it looks like it's for battles for the Rills, Lord Roger of Sea Dragon Point. Real succession crisis, so we'll stay out of that. Looks like this plot's going on everywhere. Wyman, you are a busy man indeed. Glad I don't deal with this myself. So as we're waiting, I think it's time to hold the feast. Now we have to make sure that all of my vassals, and there are a lot of them now, we have over 54 vassals, As you can see, a lot of them are fully supportive of me, and then a couple, such as the Brackens and the Freys, aren't too fond of me. So let's invite all of my vassals. Let's get them on side as much as I can. And as you can see, my Master of Arms is at Winterfell waiting to greet them. Master Brynden, good shot, sir. So essentially, all we're going to be doing right now is rebuilding our forces. If you have a look at our military numbers, we're at half size pretty much from now, so we're waiting for that to jump up a little bit. As you can see, we're not doing too bad there. The best part about preparing the feast is deciding what food stuff to serve. I must purchase venison, boar and duck, spices, wine and ale, honey for the desserts, cheeses and perhaps a swan or a peacock. Well, my levies and my vassals have fought long and hard for me, so we're going to spend lavishly. Nothing warms up those winter nights more than some nice venison. Now the preparations have been made, let's send the invites to everyone. I suspect Lord Frey would not attend, and possibly even the Brackens as well. Winter is coming. Yeah, they're saying the vassals are raised too long, however I don't have any raised. Now let's have a look at this is quite interesting. We've got some dangerous factions going on here. Now when I say dangerous factions, it's not dangerous to me. The faction we're talking about is my liege loyalist. So it's absolutely everyone who is backing me, which as you can see are quite a lot. So all in all, everyone who backs me, 55,000 men. That's a good number, could always be better though. So the guests have finally arrived, all is ready and the cooks have worked day and night preparing the food and the castle has never looked lovelier. Okay, I don't particularly care if the castle looks lovely as long as the food tastes good, because I can't see anything. Welcome to my feast. Here we go. Tristan of Kennet. Where is he? My liege, it is most unfortunate you happen to hold a title that all agree should rightfully be mine. In order to lift this dark cloud on our relations, may I suggest an adjustment? You would like the High Lordship of Riverrun? No. You shall not have the High Lordship of Riverrun. However, you have reminded me that perhaps Riverrun would be best in the hands of someone else. Perhaps a Master of Arms per se, such as the Blackfish. Now before we do so, should we have him married? We don't want someone who's ruthless, gruff, diplomat, proud, and she's also rude, that's very nice. That's Osha. Okay Osha, off you go with Brynden. I'll wait for them to actually get married here. Obviously we'll be announcing this at the feast as well. Another plot that will be dealt with swiftly. Fantastic Brynden, not only are you reinforcing my troops, but you're also getting married. Very nice of you. There you go, so he's been married now. And let's grant him Lordship of Riverrun. Because Riverrun should always be held by a Tully. So we have to rearrange a few things now. First thing is going to be Guardianship of Rickon, because we want Rickon to be very good with the sword. Still going to be Brendan. Let's get rid of that there. So there we go. They're back in control. We'll also give him the... Or should we? Yeah, we'll also give him the High Lordship of Riverrun. There we go. So the last of my guests have now returned home, and everyone agreed it's been the greatest feast. Well, that's very nice of you all to say. So with that, we're going to bring this episode to an end. Not the most action-packed. Obviously, leave some comments, leave some likes, some questions even. Next episode will be up soon. Once again guys, thank you for watching, and thank you guys for commenting as well. Take care.